This is the Zac Anesbury Show.
Welcome. On today's podcast clip, we have the head of marketing of the Collingwood Football Club, Karina Whiteford. Spoken a little bit about sort of the things that have happened in your career and how you've entered industry and then how you've progressed while you've been there. What would your advice be to, I suppose, I guess, two groups of people? So one of them would be younger people who are looking to make that bridge. So they've, fresh baby face, just finished their undergraduate, want to cut their teeth on a new job. What would your advice be for them in terms of getting their first position? Because that's quite often a question I get from the undergraduate students. And then the second question would be about how they should go about maximising those opportunities and leveraging them to grow within that organisation.
Sure.
Or to then use that to get a position maybe in an industry they're more passionate about, like you did with sports.
I think the entrance into marketing and a marketing role is always going to be difficult just because of the fact that it's an entry-level role and it's, there's the volume of applicants is always going to be high. But I would encourage a fresh-faced marketer to just give anything a go. Okay. And I think don't be afraid of trying something that doesn't necessarily look like marketing, because oftentimes it does, or it factors into, or you get exposed to how marketing can improve or be better utilised across the business, not just in the marketing team. So communication and things like that. So I think, don't be afraid to try something different, and be open to everything. Big fan, of course, of the right thing will land with you at the right time and it will teach you what you need to be taught. And then I guess leveraging that, I think just, especially when you're starting out, you're just learning. You're trying to find out what works for you, what doesn't, and what you're good at, because you probably don't know yet. You don't know in a real life marketing scenario what you're actually good at. So just give everything a try and don't be afraid to change your mind and sort of go, you know what, I thought that maybe I would be a better management marketer in a financial investment area, and this is where I want to be, and trying that and going, actually, I really dislike that. I think that's the point, is to try everything, give it a go, and just learn about yourself constantly be open to evolving and being agile about what you're good at and who you are and your impact on a business. And I will continue to do that. Will I be in marketing forever? I don't know. I know that my skills are what my skills are, so I will let my evolution go with that rather than what I think I am skilled at, which is marketing. So I think, and just leveraging opportunities, understand that not every business can do that for you, and it's not a reflection on you and your skill or your ability or anything like that. It's just business. So if a particular organization you're currently at maybe isn't able to give you the opportunities you're looking for, the challenges you're looking for, decide what you need and decide what you are happy with as well. So big fan of not sitting in the rocking chair. Don't rock back and forth and go, I don't like this, I'm not getting what I want. Decide what you want, ask the business for it and rationalize it. And if they can't give that to you, then make an actionable decision to say, well, this is what I need. So I'm going to make the decision that I need to find a new role or something like that. So I think it's just being aware and open about expectations so that the business knows what you want, so that they can either help you or tell you that they can't. So
just be open.
Absolutely. And I think that's just being vocal about, what your next step is, because then you're just trusting other people to help you with that.
So do you, you're very busy and, like me, you struggle with your work-life balance.
Yes.
Do you find opportunities to read? Do you have any marketing? Do you read any marketing books, for example, that you find are very useful for yourself?
Probably not marketing ones. always on my phone, so I don't like the physical book. That's one of my goals for this year, is to actually read physical books more. But I'm big on the Harvard Business Review. Like, I don't know what it is about that, but I feel like it's retargeting me now because I visited it a few times. But that is like, I'm constantly reading that for probably more broad business articles. And I'm subscribed to, I think it's Marketing Magazine. Is that one of them?
Yep.
But yeah, just time to read it is very low. So I'm more of a phone scroller, bite-sized articles, seeing if it's valuable or not, and then going back to my Twitter feed. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense though. I think a lot of people would probably be more like that.
Yeah.
Where, we are so busy and if we can fit 5 minutes as we're waiting for a bus or something like that, or there's a few minutes between a meeting.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, what's Twitter got to tell me? Like, what articles show up in Twitter? And then if that grabs you, you're like, cool, I'm going to read that. And maybe it's a 2-3 minute read.
And mine's waiting for dinner. Like, if I'm making dinner, I literally go onto Twitter because I follow a lot of like industry accounts on that. And that's usually where I get my information from.
Yeah.
And so it's very millennial of me, but
and you can sort of follow the people that you are interested in their opinion anyway.
And I think, and certainly that's much more of what I'm finding myself doing now, and specifically on LinkedIn is like Ariana Huffington, Simon Sinek. I'm sure there's other personalities that I like the way that they think and the sort of conversations they're starting as well. So I tend to follow those. Like thought leadership. They're sort of the ones that I'm interested in, and I will read across, on my phone.
Those bite-sized 2 to 3 minute things, like giant 1 to 2 hour long podcasts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what the YouTube channel's for. Just the shorter cut down clips and it tells you exactly what it's about.
Exactly.
It all works out.
Exactly right.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
I hope that was valuable.
Oh, it definitely was. So a question that I normally ask people as they're sort of leaving is, what would your advice be to people? And I know you've only lived 30 years of life, and some of the people that I've interviewed have lived 60, 70 years of life. But given that, you are a bit younger, so it might be a bit different, what would your advice be to everyone else? Like, what sort of mantra do you have, or what do you think that they should take with them? What are your parting words for our audience?
Oh, gosh, pressure. I wish I had thought this
I
through.
formed you up for a while.
I'm full of cliches, and now I can't think of one of them. I guess my advice, just broadly to people.
Could be anything to do with work or life or family or friends or how you see the world.
I think, and my mum's great for advice. The one thing that's probably stuck true for a long time for me is control what you can control. And it's boring and it's basic, but that's probably it. If you can't, like the same thing, like leveraging growth in a business, you can't control if they're willing to grow with you or give you what you need. So just control what you can control, and that's how you respond to things and how you how you operate.
Control what you can control. Yeah, that's one you can ponder on for a while, isn't it?
That's like a cup of tea in the corner, just thinking for about an hour or two.
I mean, it's very short and concise, but it's like,
Probably not even saying, but yeah, look, the context behind it, probably my mum's sick of me worrying about everything all the time, so she used to say, Karina, just control what you can control.
Yeah.
Can you control that? Then don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
And probably the more sophisticated way of saying it is, if it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it.
Definitely true. Awesome. Thanks again for coming in.
No problems. Thanks for having me.
Hey guys, it's Zac Anesbury here with just a couple of quick reminders. If you've enjoyed today's podcast, then make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. There are plenty more interviews to come with some of the world's leading marketing academics and practitioners. You do not want to miss these. In the meantime, if you're looking for another way to connect, then follow me on Twitter at Zac Anesbury. That is ZACANESBURY for my take on the marketing issues of the day.